Hey, so here's another AI agent demo. This time I'm playing around with a Ruby on Rails app. So this is what it looks like. It's super simple. User is currently signed in and we have a list of projects. The app is actually a little more complex, but I'm only going to show you the projects. So we have this project model and we have this basic UI. So this is important part. We are using, let's see here, we're using projects controller, which is a regular Rails controller. But then we're using this library called Inertia, which will render file from frontend /project/index, and this is a React file. So here we have a very simple, very simple UI. And this time I'm gonna try AMP. That's a new thing. Kind of like OpenAI Codex, except that this is just a cursor plugin. So I'm gonna try this one to try and generate some code for me. I wrote this agent.md file, some basic instructions, because it's a bit of an unusual setup to have Rails with Inertia. Well, let's try this. So right now I have, I'm just gonna speak into it. So check out my project. I have this controller called projects controller that is supposed to render all the projects in the React component, which is in app frontend pages projects index.tsx. And right now it's not really rendering my projects. So could you just render the projects in a very simple way? You can find the project schema in db/schema. And I just want you to render a list of projects. That's all. In addition to that, there's a button to create a new project. Could you wire that button to projects controller new method so that I could actually create a project? And I want you to use Inertia.js to do this. So create corresponding React view for me. And I think you're gonna have to use, like Inertia should have some kind of form helper. Oops. I think the form helper is already being used in other places. Like if you go app/frontend/pages/users/new.tsx, there's a register page which is used to create a new user. So basically I need to do something similar, but for creating a new project. And then feel free to update projects controller to actually create the project in the database. I can see it's already happening, but make sure this is working fine with Inertia.js. So that was a hell of a long prompt, and we're gonna see how good does AMP handle this task. So let's just wait for it. In the meantime, I'm just going to check my messages. I don't know how to edit this video, so feel free to skip over this part, or look at it working if that's what you prefer. Okay, it's doing something useful, it seems. I think the way AMP works is it modifies the files directly, unlike cursor. All right, so here's one tiny problem. It doesn't have to call render inertia explicitly because we're using this use inertia instance props. So, but we can actually give that instruction. In controller code, don't have to call. And this is the sort of thing you want to write in your agent.md file. So where are we with this? Oh, looks like it has finished. it seems. So we can take a look at git diff perhaps. Might be the easiest way to see what is done. So like I said, this is not necessary. This is nice, but also unnecessary. And this is nice, but it could be done somewhat differently. Yeah, let's just say this is fine. All right, index TSX. This is the tough one. He has to render a list of projects. I don't know how all this worked. And then we have the view to create a new project. So let's take a look at the UI that we have now. All right, so this is a little messed up. It kind of flipped the order of things, but okay, I can live with that. I can fix it later. Oh, this looks good. So it seems that it is pretty inspired by my original template to log in. So I'm gonna create a project for my app. So this is supposed to be like a tool to send automated emails. I'm kind of building my own just for fun. So let's try that. Okay. So there is a problem, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. The UI looked great, in my opinion. Let's see if it created. It didn't actually create anything. So, I mean, I could fix this. I could try and see what exactly went wrong. We have project/new. It is using this use form thing, which is good. And then it's calling. So I'm going to compare it to because I don't exactly know how to use this stuff. I just wanted to compare with the existing stuff that we have. And here we can see that it's just kind of copying the same thing we're already doing here. So it's doing post from use form, and it's trying to submit the form. So that's, I mean, that looks fine to me. There's some default values here. So we have data, set data, post, processing errors. I want to try one thing. I want to make this not required. I want to see if the errors will be rendered here. Ooh, they're not. Exactly. So they're not rendered. We're just getting this error. So as we try to call, I assume we'll try to call create in project controller, and this is basically trying to get project params from arguments from params, and it's not working very well. So just bring the params. Okay, and let's try that again. Okay, let's try that. Create project, see the console. So do we have params anywhere? Params, here we go. All right, so name and description, they're not nested inside of like a project. This was supposed to be nested in a way. So I wonder if we could just fix it by doing, like basically taking this away and doing that. I wonder if we could do that. I'm not sure that. Hold up, this one needs to maybe change like that. And then we have to also update. Oh wow, is that how it works? Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, maybe I'll just keep it simpler. Maybe we keep it exactly the way it was before. Oh, what happened here? I don't want this required. There's an error. I don't want this error really. Just cancel error. Can go. Oh no. Okay. So I'll come back to this. All right. For now, we could fix this by simply. And we can take this template. Fine. Name and description. And now it should just work. Perhaps we get the error first. Perfect. We did get the error. My only question is, did it reload the whole thing, or did it do the inertia magic? Yeah, I think it just did the inertia magic. And what we got back was this nice JSON instead, which is perfect. All right, I love how the error is presented here. I'm gonna do a few tweaks. I like to use just not title case. Maybe we can go to agent and do like void using title case and for European English. Okay, so it's going to remember, and so tiny thing, but we have this projects, and there's the error messages. Input error is kind of ugly. So input error is this little thing, and it's just plain tailwind. And we're gonna upgrade it to use, what is it called? Radix UI themes. This is my new favorite library. I just like how they look. So we're looking for some kind of, not badge, but like a little error, something like this, call out maybe. But I wanna see if there's anything better. Context menu. Nope. Oh, I love how this looks. It's so classic, especially this first style. Okay, I'm looking for some kind of message, like error message. But I think the closest thing to it is going to be call out. So we're gonna use that call out. And let's see it in docs. And we're gonna update this to use call out from Radix theme. Example is here. Oh, don't like that very much. What's the issue? Oh goodness, what is the problem? Types of property color are incompatible. That's because this is taking like HTML attributes. The props should be for call out, not HTML paragraph. Okay. That doesn't work either, does it? It doesn't. Get rid of the rest of props. We're just gonna hardwire and we can get rid of class name as well, really. We're just gonna hardwire the color and all that stuff. So we're gonna get rid of class name as well, not important. It's not being used here anyway. So let's see, what does that look like? Oh yeah, this is nicer. I wanna use like a mini size, it's the last thing. So here, can we do, oh, it's already set to the lowest size, but maybe we can, all right, fine. I think that's the best we can do. Size, when size is 1, it's this small. But I'm sure we could at least, oh, right. Oh, this is gonna be nicer, because I don't want it, it's a little too visible. So we're gonna use outline variant here. And just to make it a little bit nicer, I'm going to pick a color which is like slightly off red. Tomato, Ruby. We're working with Ruby, so let's try Ruby. Yeah, this is better, I think. Maybe not. So if we make it without that, we get an error. I don't like it still, to be honest. Maybe it should just be plain text. But that's the sort of thing that you do. Maybe this badge would be nicer. Oh, that would be so much nicer. Oh, look at those beautiful colors. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch over to badge real quick. Okay. Yeah, let's just use simple badge. Let's just use simple badge instead and no icon. See, much simpler. Yep, that's good. I'll take that. But maybe we do like outline instead. Variant. Which variants are there? Tell me again. Which one looks good? Currently we're using no variant, so it's probably using soft. We have surface, which is nice, and we have outline. Let's try surface. By the way, the automatic refreshing is just amazing. We're gonna use soft, and that's the end of it. Maybe slightly better color, crimson. Oh, you know what? You know what would be helpful? Oh, I have a great idea. I have a great idea how we do this thing. We move it to here, okay? And we wrap these two in a flex box. So it's just much smaller. And now we can see that radix is just lots of fun. So I'm just gonna ask it, how can we format this flex box to have space between? Exactly. Perfect. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's try Ruby, because we're using Ruby on Rails. So we're gonna use Ruby. All right, so creating project is going to be lots of fun and beautiful. Oh, this button doesn't work yet. So how can we fix that? Oh, I wish we could do, I think we're gonna have to use onClick handler here, because our friend Radix doesn't support doing like, let's see. But we can improve it for us if we get the button here, right? So button doesn't support href attribute. We need to use onClick. So schild, we could use schild, I believe, if we put it inside of link from Inertia. So we do this here, and then we do this guy, and we do schild. I think that might just work. Or it doesn't, because it's just gone. Yeah, it doesn't even render itself. How is this? Maybe the other way around? So maybe I have to put a link inside of the button. Button href projects. Maybe a link should go inside of the button to make it work. I don't know. Okay, at least it appears now. Oh, and it works. Okay, so that's how it's done. Maybe we could make like a new component called link button. Oh, one more thing. We have routes available. We have route helpers available that we can use. JS routes. We have routes available that we can use. Yeah, so we should be using routes. This is the same as in Rails. So we can also make an instruction for the agents here. So this is a little too much, but maybe not. Maybe, yeah, this is fine. So agent, so when making links, you can use routes from app frontend routes slash. Here we go. So next time agent will know all of that by itself. All right, but I wanted to just try AMP for this, and I think I'm gonna call it a success. There was a little bit of work to do, but it ended pretty well, and I love how snappy this is. This is basically Rails with React frontend, but it is super snappy. And then if I want to make some changes here, like projects index, I'll just say, can you move the button to create a new project below the project list and make it span the entire width. So then I can just use inline cursor to make small changes like that, because I'm just finding that a little simpler. Okay, well that doesn't work. This worked before. I don't know what happened. Well, we have this flex here. Oh, never mind. Never mind. For each project, no. Extract a separate component to render a single project and place it below this component. Don't export it. So I make small refactorings like that straight from cursor. So we have this project card, it's super simple. And well, one thing here is that this project card doesn't really need any buttons. It's just a clickable card that'll take me to the project. Also keep in mind that we have the helpers for routing. I think I need to give the routes each time or something, I don't know. So let's just do that. Oh goodness, it did not get the part about the routes. Okay, never mind, we'll get to that. Okay, project name doesn't need to be a heading, it's just semi-bold text. Okay. Well, and there's no description, so I'm too lazy. Only render if the description is present. I'm too lazy. This is something I could have done by hand, but I didn't. AI is making us very lazy. This card here, I think I can make the size a little bit smaller just to decrease the corner radius. Oh, it seems like I'm not able to do that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Well, this is good enough, in my opinion. This is not too bad. The button was supposed to be nice and wide. It's not. Okay, I can live with that. But this is a great start, basically. So normally I would kind of play with it some more, do some effects with Tailwind and such, but I'm trying this radix library, and for example, it should have automatic dark mode. So I'm not gonna mess with the colors unless I really have to. Just in order to, I don't wanna like spend time styling for this project. I just wanna use, existing stuff that's been made for me. But, oh goodness, this is wrong. So I think the problem is that this link here, let me see how this works. Oh, hold up. I think, yeah, it's href, this is a bit of a problem. So it's link coming from Inertia.js, and we basically want to do the schild thing. I think what I'll do here is create a new component called link button that uses a link child. So let's go to like components, I think. Call it link. Okay. Can you create a link button component that's going to render button from radix, but it's going to use link from Inertia, and it'll use schild to combine them. You can see an example in the template I'll show you. So I want to, link button. Okay, has link from Inertia. I'll use this. Okay. So project/new. Okay, this is good. Except there's some errors there. Oh, you don't need to do the component forwarding here. goodness. My goodness, how do I get you to shut up? What is your problem? Okay. String. What is this thing here? Should occur before import. Just fix yourself, bro. Yes. The warnings are too strict. Okay, now it's happy, but so do we need to forward ref? It seems a little crazy. Seems a little crazy to me. Maybe we have to. I don't care. Let's just switch this to use the new link button component. So this way we should be able to just replace my, what was the issue? We should be able to just replace my button component with link button. And oops. Now it looks good because it's just one element, not multiple. Okay, well, but I actually I would actually prefer it to be smaller, maybe. Never mind. Now I'm just making shit up. Good. So actually opening a project should take me to the project page, which we don't have yet, but we're going to have it at some point. But this is good. We can create projects now, and it's fast, and yeah, I'm happy with this. So that's it for the video.